Mitch Evans, Bill Schindler back with you. We appreciate you watching Lakers basketball. It's time for the Development Authority of Clayton County post-game report. The Development Authority for Clayton County serves as staff for the Board of Commissioners, the Development Authority, the Redevelopment Authority, and the Urban Redevelopment Agency. They're charged with attracting and maintaining jobs and interest in the community by collaborating with organizations and municipalities to leverage assets and resources. Final score again, Clayton State 87, Augusta 76, and really this game so much about Nate Powell and Aubrey McCray and the job that they did. We're not used to really seeing a lot of offense out of Nate Powell. 16 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, and he kind of stole a little bit of the thunder from Aubrey McCray, who had a career-high 25 points and 6 three-pointers. We came up just shy of tying the all-time Clayton State record of 7.
Yeah, I think Jimmy Link, one of the things you'll probably discuss with him is how good this offense was this afternoon. That's something that they hadn't been doing well in conference, and now it lit up. So I don't think they're going to be too upset that Nate Powell maybe stole a little bit of thunder from Aubrey McCray and that they had 4 scores in double figures. That's pretty good. And they out-rebounded a very tall Augusta team. Like we were talking about at the end of the game, it's a team that looks good on the hoof. Off the bus. They're tall. They've got wingspan. And I'm going to exit out of here and let
we got the guys coming in.
Yeah.
We got Aubrey McCray, who came
so happy New Year.
so close to tying the school record for three-pointers, as he had 6 of them. Could have had 7. You never even put up another one after you had that 6, man.
Man, I know, man. I was just at one of them days. I was working hard before the practice and the practices before, and I just wanted to make sure I made my 3 pointers today. Be extra focused knowing that I was playing against Augusta University. That's my hometown.
Right, we know that, and we know that those guys shoot it from 3, and they're not shy about shooting it from 3. A little bit of incentive for you to tell them, hey, I'm from Augusta too, and I know what I'm doing from downtown.
I mean, it's all love because we all play together in the summertime when we're not in school. So it was just a competitive thing. That's all it was.
Any rust from having, the 11 days off, holiday time with family and any of that?
I mean, you got to be with your family, but you always got to find time to get in the gym as well because, when you're coming back, the first day of practice is going to be off because of conditioning, but so you got to prepare yourself.
A pretty good way to close out 2017 from your perspective, but also for the team's perspective. How do you feel about things with this team going into 2018?
I mean, this is a good start because Augusta University is a great team. They're a national team, and getting a big win against that program, that's something to look forward to in the future.
All right, Aubrey, appreciate you hanging out with us, and great game.
Thank
you. Keep firing away from downtown. All right, let's get those. We'll give them to head coach Jimmy Link. Oh, well, yeah, those aren't working. We got to make sure that we hear you, Coach. Let's get you in there. And, first of all, your thoughts on coming out of an 11-day break where, you guys didn't get together until just a couple of days ago. How do you feel about this win over a team like Augusta?
Oh, I mean, I don't know if everyone knows this, but, I was at Payne. So they're in Augusta. And so I always looked up to kind of how, Dip runs his stuff. And I was there for 5 years and never beat them. Had some close games with them, real close, but never beat them. And then, last 2 years I hadn't beat them. And, it's always one of those things you want to try to be. I think he's one of the best coaches in the country, and I think they run an unbelievable program. And I think they're really good. I mean, they're really, really good. So, coming back from Christmas, I thought to answer your question, we're off, and then we came back and we lost the Lander, and we went off to Christmas, which makes the presents not look as good when you're opening them. But
Sure.
I thought our practices on the 27th, 28th, and 29th, and our shoot around today were really good, and I haven't seen that out of us in a while. But we had some guys who were sick. We got 2 flu guys sitting at the end of the bench, and bigs, both of them. And so I'm just so proud of our guys. They played really hard, and any time that Augusta went on a run, I thought we just really tried to match it and raise it, and I thought it was a good thing.
It kept feeling like in this second half it was 6 down to 4, down to 2, back to 6, down to 2, back up to 4, and you're sitting here watching the game, and I'm sure you've got a zillion things going on in your head, obviously, but watching the game, it's almost like when is that damn crack? when do they break through? And for your team, they never allowed that to happen. There always seemed to be an answer. And, you know, whether it was Aubrey hitting a big three, or I thought down the stretch with Denzel Council really manning up against Dean Williams. And I thought that really at the end was what kind of kept them, you know, at bay.
Yeah. Our last 5 minutes, I thought, you know, Denzel finally, like, kind of turned it up for us. Got the dunk, the putback. And I think he finally, you know, and he played good. But I guess I always expect more from that guy. But
well, that's part of what you do as a coach.
Yeah. So you know he knows that, I think. And then, but Aubrey McCray, I brought him off the bench for juice. You know, he's been starting, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring him off for some energy because he's an unbelievable person, unbelievable kid, and he doesn't care. You know, he comes off the bench and hits 25 points and hits 6 threes, and you know. I mean, he's a tough player.
Yeah. Let's talk about another tough player, and that's Nate Powell, who scored 16 points, had 8 assists, had 6 rebounds. I mean, look, I've been watching Nate now for a couple of years, and I've always wanted to see him more aggressive. He always seems to acquiesce to somebody else. He drives into the lane. He's not going to go with his shot. He dishes it off. This was a game where I saw the Nate Powell that I want to see at least.
You're seeing the same thing as us. It was, you know, finally fun to watch him raise up and pull the jump shot and make those early.
Right.
And then he got to the basket, and then he was getting other guys involved left and right. And then defensively, he's one of the best defenders. I think this in the country. I think he's one of the best defenders on the ball in the country. And he just can really defend. He's tough. I mean, he benches 300 pounds and. You know, he's just finally got a game out of him, and he's going to be more. He's a senior, so I'm excited to see him. You know, he got Aubrey the ball. He got guys the ball in great spots to score, and so yeah, it was great to see him.
So good way to close out 2017.
Yes.
And now we get ready for 2018. Yep. You got a game coming up pretty quickly. Young Harris is coming in here on January 3rd. I mean, when New Year's and stuff like that, you ever worry? You have worries about your players? I mean, you know.
Yeah, they're in college.
That's why I'm asking you, Coach.
Yeah, you worry about them. But, you know, it's funny. We give them, every coach in the country gives the same speech, be smart, this and that, you know, and you got to make good decisions in life. So, you know, they're not in high school anymore. They're grown men, and they got to make good decisions, and whatever that may be. You know, and ideally I would want them just to hang out in their room, but I don't know if they'll do that. I think so. I think they're pretty good kids, and they like to hoop. So I have a feeling they'll come in here and shoot that night because we're going to practice and then, you know, give them
the rest of the night
off, and then we'll be back on Monday. But tomorrow we're going to come in, watch film, and shoot, get a lot of shooting in.
Well, good stuff, Coach. It's always great when the women and the men win on the same day, especially here at home. And it was a fun afternoon, and we'll see you all back here on January 3rd against Young Harris. Good game. Good win, man.
You do a good job.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, there you go. Jimmy Link, after this win, 87-76 for the Lakers over a very good Augusta team. So we want to say thanks for watching the Development Authority of Clayton County postgame report. Our next broadcast of Lakers basketball, as I said, January 3rd, Clayton State, beginning the new year by hosting Young Harris. The women get things going at 5:30, and then the men match up at 7:30. So for my partner, Bill Schindler, as well as Torrance Lomax with broadcast operations, Mitch Evans signing off. Once again, your final score, Clayton State 87, Augusta 76. Happy New Year, everybody. Be careful out there, and we'll see you on January 3rd. Take care.